Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Monday. It's Daryl here. It is bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Man, I got a good video this morning. This topic really got me thinking. It's got me motivated. Okay, so I came across this story. The link will be right down below. TMZ. It's a story about a TikToker. Okay, this is all over the internet. There was 70,000 responses to this one video. Over 70,000 comments, and I got some of them here. I'm going to read to you. And this TikToker went out. It's Screenshot HQ. Like I said, the links in the video will be right down below. Okay, and this story about this guy and this question was on TMZ, and I'll put the story down below so you can get the whole picture. Okay, so this TikToker goes out and he asks women a very simple question. Would you rather be alone in the woods with a bear or a man? Just that simple. And I've told you guys before, I've always kind of considered myself a feminist. I've always felt in touch, with women's feelings. I grew up with women. My father passed away from terminal brain cancer when I was 9 years old. He told me I was the man of the family. So I grew up with my mother and my sister. I was very protective of them. I was always very considerate of women's feelings. I got along. I felt comfortable around women. But this really kind of surprised me. The answer to this, it really did. Let me say this: when I go out for walks in the woods a lot, and I'm 6'3". I'm a big guy. And when I see, there's been plenty of times where I'm walking on a trail or somewhere alone in the woods, and there's a woman coming in the other direction. Usually they're walking a dog or jogging or whatever. And it makes me feel nervous because I think, I'm sure the woman must feel nervous. Here I am, a big, strange guy. I'm a good, almost a foot taller probably than the woman coming towards me, and I try to give, leave space and just make minimal eye contact and just look friendly, and just go about my way. Don't engage in conversation. This isn't the place to start a conversation. Just yesterday, I was riding my bike in the park, and I was slowly going around this area. It's an open field for concerts, and there was two women there, and they had a music box, with speakers they were trying out. It was like a karaoke thing, and I steered completely clear of them. At first, I'm coming up, and they're in the middle of the sidewalk, and I didn't want them to think I was gonna, I'm on my bike. I didn't want to, look like I was gonna run into their area. So I steered clear of their area, went around, and went over to my own place and started working on my bike. And I saw them looking over at me after, and they were smiling. And they looked, I don't know, you try to interpret other people's feelings, and they looked appreciative that I gave them a lot of space. That was my interpretation of their looking over, their smile. And when I left, I went in the completely opposite direction. I made a point of going further to where I was going, taking the long way around just to give them their space. I understand this with everything. You see the things you see in the movies, the things you hear on TV and everything. I don't blame them. Okay, so like I said, this question is about would you be alone? Would you rather be alone? Ask women. Would you rather be alone with a man or a bear? And here's one thing I noticed in this video. I think it's in England because most of the women, I'd say 50 to 60% of the people in this video, probably more than that, have an English accent. So I'm guessing this is in England. Okay, so I started thinking about women in America and Donald Trump. I started thinking about that. Donald Trump, we all heard him say this in his own voice, in his own words. It's okay. You could grab them. They don't mind. They don't stop you. You can grab women. You remember that? And I started thinking, then I looked this up. In England, I Googled, are there any bears in England? Because I started thinking about this. Do women in England maybe have a different opinion of bears? They don't consider bears a big a threat. There hasn't been a bear in nature, in the wild, in England over 300 years. So I don't mean to insult English women, but their version of a bear, like a brown bear or black bear, we grew up, last time I saw a bear was last week. They're all over the freaking place here, and we've learned to steer clear of them. And these are black bears here. They're not the big brown grizzlies, and I ran into, there's a video I did, the haunted tunnel, where I was videotaping myself, and I actually realized on video, if you go back about a year or two in my videos, that a brown bear was coming up on me. He smelled food in my backpack, and it freaked me out, man. And it wasn't even that big of a brown bear. So I started wondering, the women in England, do they think this is Paddington? Do they have a different version? Do they think bears are cuddly? And, because here we kind of understand what bears are capable of, basically of taking off your head with one swipe of their paw. For real, they are. When I went eye to eye with that bear that came up on me, it freaked me out. I get goosebumps right now, because all of a sudden you realize you are not at the top of the food chain. You see that bear look at you, that big face and those big eyes, and the way he just looks at you and sniffs. And it was a weird. I never would have thought. I never would have realized that I would have felt like that. I felt not just scared, intimidated. Like I said, I was no longer the top predator, and it's a very disconcerting feeling. So I wondered, do women in England maybe look at this different, with American women? You hear all these American women that they want to vote for Trump. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I've seen women wearing these shirts, Trump can grab me, this crazy American, some women, Republican women, MAGA women. And I wonder, okay, so let me read you this. So I took screenshots of the comments, because I figured the comments would be from all over, not just England. And the comments were all for the bear. I figured there would be more comments from man, and there's not. Okay, here's some of them. Heartbreaking. Okay, if you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear. I don't know what that means. I immediately said bear, another woman. Crocodiles are easy. They try to kill and eat you. People are harder. They pretend to be your friend first. Steve Irwin. Okay, another one. The bear is either going to leave me alone or maul me. I know that if I survive, I'll be believed. I don't know what the man will do, and I know people won't believe me or question me. A bear, 100%. A bear tends to mind their own business. You can stand still until the bear wanders off, or you can scare it off. A man won't stop until he's done with you. 100% bear for me. Okay, here's the next one. Bear, you can predict the way a bear will react. The next one. I can reason with a bear. There's a protocol for that. I can lay down and act dead or act big and scary. The next one. People would believe you if you got attacked by a bear. So definitely the bear. Next comment. They interpret it as, would you rather be in a forest with Jack the Ripper or Paddington the bear? Next one. You have a chance of scaring a bear away. A man knows he can hurt you. Next one. I would pick a bear too. Next one. The bear would just unalive me, not pass me around to 20 of their friends first. Wow. The bear, because you know what a bear's intentions are. Next one. At least the bear is supposed to be there. If I'm just coming across a man in the woods, that's worst case scenario. Next one. Bear, 100%. Next one. No cameras, no towns, no cities for miles, no phone service. I'll take the bear and just slowly walk away from it. And these are I'm reading these comments in a row. I didn't cherry pick these. These are one after the next after next. You can go to this and see yourself. So I was shocked. Not only in this video in England probably were women saying the bear, but in the comments, here's one from a man joking around. Rah, I'm a scary man! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! That's kind of stupid. I was hiking with a couple friends and we saw a bear that was only 6-7 feet away from us, and the bear didn't do anything. That's kind of stupid. A bear, and it shouldn't even be a debate. Next one. A bear, at least if I get killed or hurt, I know it wouldn't harm my body in a sexual way before or after my death. Wow. Bears understand boundaries and won't attack without reason. Next one. Bear, 100%, I'm chilling. Next one. There's a video where a woman walked by 2 bears in front of her house to get to her car. They did nothing. Then she said, imagine if these were 2 men. I was terrified. Next one. Definitely a bear. Next one. Earth is so cooked. Next one. In the woods with a human male alone? Nope. Next one. Bears seem more predictable. Next one. Worst case scenario, a bear would just kill me. Next one. A bear wouldn't attack me and then tell his friends that I liked it. This is sad but true. When I die, leave my body in the woods. The wolves will be gentler than any man, or in this case, a bear. Next one. The bear won't attack without provocation, and even if he did, I feel like the process is faster. Next one. Alone in the forest with a man is so scary. Next one. A bear, people aren't going to ask me what I was wearing when it attacked me. Wow. Next one. This is the loudest video on the internet. The worst the bear can do is kill, so bear. Next one. I would say they're exaggerating, but then I imagined an actual situation of getting stuck in the forest with a random man, and yeah, a bear. Next one. Imagine being in the woods alone and you see a man just bolting for you like that is the scariest thing. At least a bear is just trying to protect itself. Next one. No second location with a bear. Next one. People won't be offended that I'm scared or the bear if I was attacked by one. Next one. No one's going to ask me if I led the bear on or gave the bear a pamphlet or a bear attack on bear prevention tips. Wow. Like I said, I didn't cherry pick those. That amazed me. I really thought maybe it was a difference between England and American women, but I'm guessing here these were women from all over the world, and that's, I was aware of this, but that amazes me, and it doesn't surprise me. And yes, I go right to Donald Trump and the stuff he's look at him, the 44th president of the United States, and look at what he said. He can be alone with a woman and grab her any way he wants, and look what now he's in a trial for doing exactly stuff like that, and he's totally denying it, saying the woman's lying. No wonder they don't want to be around men. I'm going on vacation Memorial Day, and I'm going camping just like I did last year at the beach, and there's going to be a lot of women. I've been wanting to do a video where I interview people. I'm going to put a sign up. I've already thought about this. I'm going to put a sign up that I have, I got a YouTube channel, women interested in answering questions. Like I said, I feel comfortable with women. I'm going to do this. When I go on vacation in 2 weeks, Memorial Day weekend, I'm going to ask women this question. I promise you that video's coming up. All right? Let me know what you think. Have a good Monday.